Welcome back to part 2 of action-based acting terminology. I say action-based, let's recap what that means. Action-based means that everything in this style of studying acting is about what you are doing to your scene partner, to the other person in the scene with you. Sometimes multiple people, mostly our attention is focused in on one person, reminding you that anything that we're doing on stage, even if you see emotional behavior, it's all because we're trying desperately to get something from the other person on stage with us and to try to change them, to make them come around to do what we need them to do. That's the whole basis for everything I'm teaching you. What have we learned so far? Well, we learned about the given circumstances. The given circumstances, remember, are the circumstances, the world that is given to you by the writer. That includes information about your character's environment and who they are. That includes the who, the what, the where, the when, and the why now. We also talked about objective. Objective being what it is your character desperately wants from the other character on stage with them, which drives all of the acting of everything that we see. So let's move on. Well, when we want something in life, and this happens to us all the time, we really want something, but there's an obstacle to getting it. So since plays, I'm going to say plays again, you know that I also mean films, I also mean television shows. Since they mirror what I'm going to call real life, whatever real life is, we have the same thing in a play. We have an obstacle. Your character has something in the way of getting what you want and what you need. So you can't fulfill your objective. Where can obstacles come from? Well, let's think about it in life. Sometimes obstacles come from within you. You want something, but you're afraid of it. Sometimes it comes from our past, things that happened to us in the past that we have baggage from. Sometimes it's something in our present circumstances. Sometimes it's a power differential in a relationship. Sometimes there's an environmental barrier to getting what you want. And most of the time, it's that the other person wants something very different than what you want that blocks you from getting what you want. I hope you can see my text there. I'm moving it a little bit. So let me look at my slide here. Obstacles can come from within yourself, and I'm going to use the example of a romantic relationship. You want to let her know you're attracted to her, but you fear rejection. Don't we all know what that's about? The obstacle, I want to let this person know I'm into them, but I'm so scared I'm going to be rejected. Can also come from past circumstances. Again, in this scenario of wanting to get with somebody, you want to kiss her, but you remember that you just ate garlic and onions. Okay, that's a circumstantial thing. That could also be past circumstances, like I've been rejected before, or my last girlfriend dumped me, or whatever that is. Your present circumstances. You want to kiss her, but your mother is knitting in the next room, right? Whatever's going on in the environment currently is presenting an obstacle to getting your objective met. In this case, my objective is to let her know that I want her. Relationships. This is where a power structure comes in. You want to kiss her, but you can't because she's your boss, and that would be really like messed up. You can't do that because there's a power differential, and the societal structure makes it impossible to clearly meet your objective. The environment. You can have an obstacle from your physical environment. You want to kiss her, but she's on the balcony. Oh, this sounds like Romeo and Juliet, right? Romeo wants to get with Juliet, but she's up on the balcony, which makes for like one of the best scenes in theater of all time, right? The objective of the other characters. You want to kiss her, but she's trying to score with your friend instead. So this is what we're going to find all the time, that obstacles come from the other person having a drastically different objective than you have. So if my objective in the scene is I want to let her know that I'm into her so that she'll be with me, and her objective is I want to get this person out of the way so that I can be with her friend, you have conflicting objectives, and therefore you have an obstacle that generates conflict. We'll talk about conflict soon. Obstacles produce conflict, without which there is no drama. So ask yourself when you're going to work on the scene, specifically, what is preventing me from getting what I want? If you can't name the obstacle specifically, chances are the scene is not going to have much conflict and will fall flat. You have to be able to name that conflict. We'll talk more about conflict in a minute. So here are some examples of some strong obstacles that are concrete and specific. I can't take the money from him because he has a gun. Let's think about that. My objective is I want to get the money. The thing in the way of meeting my objective to get the money is he has a gun. I cannot tell her I love her because her father is reading the newspaper the whole time, right? My objective is I want to tell her I love her, but the obstacle in the way is there's a person there parked in the middle of the room reading a newspaper, and I don't have any privacy or any freedom to make my feelings known. I cannot ask her to go out with me because she rejected me last week. What do I want? What's my objective? To ask her to go out with me. What's the obstacle in the way? My past experience. She rejected me last week. We're going to talk about conflict in a minute.